good with y'all, man? Happy Sunday. Hopefully you guys are having a good day. Hopefully your weekend's been good, man. So, people are mad at Zack Snyder. Zack Snyder, my bad, I just woke up. People are happy with Zack Snyder. People just always feel some type of way with Zack Snyder. So apparently there's this post floating around social media, and I pulled this off of DC Updates, that Zack Snyder liked. So it says Zack Snyder reportedly liked an Instagram post claiming that Man of Steel sold more tickets than Superman 2025. Now, I have no damn issue with this. What's the issue with Zack Snyder defending his work? I, you know, I just, the haters are hating too much, man. It's just absolutely crazy. And I was actually sent this a few times, even in my live stream, in my email. People are asking me if I've seen this news. I have no issue with Zack Snyder wanting to defend his work. Why shouldn't he want to defend his work? Man of Steel is a far superior movie than James Gunn's Superman 2025. The facts are just the facts. It did sell more tickets. Man of Steel made more money. Man of Steel had a bigger audience. It came out that James Gunn's Superman lost some of the audience, even with Peacemaker too. So I have no issue with Zack Snyder defending his work. It's just common sense. Like, of course, the man should defend his work. He should defend his art. Why shouldn't he? Just like, even though I criticize James Gunn in his DC movies, he should defend his work. Even though, to me, very mediocre work. His best work was definitely Guardians, but very, very mediocre work when it comes to the DC content side of things. It's just not doing it for me. Um, but I have no issue. There should be no issue with anybody with Zack Snyder wanting to defend his Man of Steel movie. And you guys already know, man, Man of Steel to me is that Henry Cavill is my Superman. Everybody had their generation of Superman, the Christopher Reeves, and whoever else came along. I know Brandon Ruth. Then you had Superman with Lois and Lane on the CW show, which everybody says was good. I never really watched it. Um, but my Superman is Henry, man. I related to Henry a lot more than I related to any other Superman. I tried watching the Christopher Reeve Supermans, but it was just kind of just too old for me. You know what I'm saying? Just like I kind of tried to watch the old Star Wars from like the 1970s and 80s. I couldn't get into it. It's just too out of my time. But I do understand where people, when they grew up in that time frame, why they love those movies. I understand. Excuse me. But back to this. No issue, man. No issue at all. Defend your work, Zach. We're gonna defend your work for you too. And Zach is a very humble guy. He really doesn't say much. But I guarantee you, man, all the years of all the slander on his movies, on him, he is at a point where he's ready to shut the haters up. And see, this is why I'm glad like people like me and other people exist to defend Zack Snyder. Because the actors love Zack. He has a big chunk of the DC audience, and the facts are just facts. That's why DC has been on a downslope since his departure. DC has been declining since Zack has left, and for what they did to Zack, in those tragic times that he had. Um, James Gunn's Superman movie was a very meaningless movie, where you have Zack Snyder's movies actually mean something. They stand for something. I still can't figure out what the hell did James Gunn's Superman 2025, what did it mean? What did it stand for? You're trying to make Superman human by giving stupid speeches like, oh, I'm as human as you. I stub my toe. I pet my cat. I work a 9 to 5 and I come back and sleep. I'm as human as you, damn it. Like, is that what his Superman was supposed to stand for? Because I couldn't relate to that Superman. That Superman was a very non-masculine Superman. He was weak as hell. Where you have Zack Snyder, who gives these characters respect. He gives them dignity. He gives them everything that they should have. His movies mean something. Zack Snyder's Justice League, when it came out, it had so much meaning in there. so much epicness. You know, the thing with Cyborg, you know, where he's like, I'm not alone. Like that part of the movie was a great movie. The part where Cyborg even gives the single mom struggling the big stack of cash and says she won the Gotham reward. Like Zack Snyder's movies mean something. They have meaning behind it, and you can get emotional and attached to it because you can relate to it. I couldn't relate to anything James Gunn has put out because it's just mediocre trash. So I have no problem with Zack defending his movies. He should defend them because his movies are far superior. His movies are for real men. I guess I should say. Now I don't want to say that because I ain't trying to offend people. Because I do know some people that I know like James Gunn Superman. They didn't love it, but they liked it. So I don't want to say that. I just want to say everybody has different tastes. Okay, everybody has different tastes, but I feel like Zack Snyder's Superman, it just has so much more meaning than James Gunn's Superman. James Gunn's Superman didn't have much meaning. It really had no emotion, and I know people are like, "Oh well, what about the scene where Superman was in the cage and the kryptonite, and then Lex Luthor shot the guy?" Bro, that movie has so much comedy. I couldn't take that damn scene serious. Like I said before, when that scene happened, man, I started laughing because I'm just like, bro, like the movie was such a comedy. Like when serious moments happened, I couldn't take them serious. And the crazy thing about that is that they took 25 to 30 minutes of comedy out. Like that's the crazy thing. And the movie was still a comedy. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Yeah, Zach should definitely defend his work, man. Um, he should defend it. I have no issue with it. Who cares? Like, who cares? Zack Snyder likes a post because his Man of Steel is the better Superman movie. Henry Cavill is the better Superman than David Cornswell. Although I do give David credit because I think he could be a better Superman with a different director and with a different script. Like I don't hold anything against the actor. It's not the actor's fault. Um, but Zack Snyder's Man of Steel is the far superior movie by far. By far. Could you imagine James Gunn's Superman fighting General Zod for Man of Steel? General Zod will rip that Superman apart in like a minute. A minute. A minute. People don't appreciate greatness, man. It's the same thing with the Zod scene. People don't appreciate greatness. Zach was putting these characters in situations that they'd never been put in before. And as a hero, you're gonna get put in them situations. It's not always sunshines and rainbows and saving squirrels out of trees. You're gonna have to make hard decisions. And Zach put Superman in that moment to save a family, to give some emotional to give some emotion to the character, to give him depth. And people just don't understand it, and it's because we know why. So I'm gonna leave it at that, man. I want you guys to post your comments down below. Let me know what you guys think. I have no issue, man. Do your thing, Zach. We know you working behind the scenes. A lot of things are coming out. We know you working behind the scenes, and I can't wait. I can't wait for these haters to start punching the air even more because every day that goes by is a day we are closer to seeing greatness back on the big screen. And the haters, they can't stand it. They can't stand it. They're throwing combinations at the air right now because deep down they know that greatness is coming back. And once it does, they're going to be looking silly just like they did in 2021 when Zack Snyder's Justice League came out. So, I'm going to catch you guys on the next one, man. 100,000 subscribers. It's grind time.